Hi guys, how's everyone doing? So I just thought I'd jump on and make this video. You can head over to my business page, NU Journeys Counselling at I think it's free, it's after this. I think it's 1:40, and I'm going to be making a video as part of the series. I'm going to be making videos on my business page, all related to Christmas related issues. To do with counselling, really. You can check them out. I've already made a few. This will be the third time. Thanks for joining me, whoever's putting thumbs up. I can't see who it is. So what I thought is, sometimes when I make videos on my business page, I'll pop over onto here on my personal page as well. And also I'm going to be making a video on my support page, which is called A Debt-Free Life. Now that page is purely to help people with finances, with debt. I'm not a debt advisor or financial advisor, but it's just to share articles, videos, tips. Thanks for joining me, whoever's online. So this video is, I'm really passionate about this book, The Compound Effect. I've been listening to it on audio for some months now. I got through the 5 CDs and recently I've started listening to it again, and there was a part of it which I didn't quite absorbed last time, so that's why I'm making this video, because in my book reviews of this book, I've not mentioned this before. So a section of the book, it talks about people are always complaining and saying that the reason they don't get far in life and the reason they're not successful is because they don't have luck. So Darren Hardy, the author of the book, he talks about the fact that it's not about having luck or being in a particular type of family. It's got nothing to do with people giving you opportunities, giving you a leg up, none of that stuff. He says the reason people don't get as far as they want to get is because they don't put the work in. And he spends a lot of time in his book talking about how he grew up with routines. Even from the age of 12, he used to have to get up at 6. His dad used to be someone who was into his routines, exercise every single day, get up, have breakfast at the same time. When people think of the word routine and habits, sometimes it's presented in a negative way. So, you know, oh, you're stuck in a routine, or you always do the same thing, you know, you always eat the same thing, you always get up and you do this. It's always presented a lot of times as negative. He's trying to say that you need that consistency, that discipline and that routine to get you where you need to go. If you're doing certain things every day and they're the right things, then that means you'll be successful. It's got nothing to do with luck. So he's actually broken it down into, he says to get where you need to go, you need preparation, which I'm going to discuss in a minute. He puts preparation under personal growth, the things that you're doing every single day to prepare yourself for an opportunity. The second thing you need is a good attitude, and that's about your mindset and your beliefs. The third thing is opportunities. So you need to be available for them opportunities, but you also need sometimes to create opportunities. You can't just sit around waiting for things to come along. Thanks for joining me, whoever's joining me. I can't see names, I can just see numbers. And the fourth thing is action. So I'm just going to talk through 4 of these things now. I just want to say to people as well, if you've been following my journey through my videos on here and through my business page, every single book that I recommend and every single review that I've done or video I'm making, it's all part of it is my personal experience and my journey as well. If I didn't, hi Fatu Kasama, thanks for joining. If I didn't read these books and I didn't listen to the motivational stuff and I didn't get that knowledge, then I probably wouldn't be as far as I am, because he's like, when people say you have to come from like a really rich family to be able to do this, or it's pointless going to university and studying, it's pointless working on yourself, you know, just get a job and stay in that job and all these types of things. You then can't complain when you haven't got enough money, or you then can't complain if you're not where you want to be in life, because you've created that yourself. I don't think where you start should be like where you end up. There's no one, even if you're in really, really bad circumstances, and that's the whole point of this, his book really. He's trying to say that he became a millionaire at the age of 24, and that didn't just happen. His dad created his routines for him at 12, but he still followed them through. Oh, you agree, Fatu? Yeah. It is about daily action, and that's what the compound effect is. So let's break it down. So the preparation bit, what he talks about, and also this is partly something that I believe as well, is you need to be doing that personal growth and that personal development work every single day. You don't have days off on it. You know, to become someone who's got the knowledge and got the skills, and people don't just wake up and become something. You have to like work on it. Oh, Rahini, oh, thanks Rahini. Thanks for joining. You know, you don't just become a brilliant photographer, a brilliant videographer, a good counsellor, a good doctor, a good teacher, lawyer, whatever it is. People didn't just wake up and be able to do surgery and be these top surgeons. They had to train, they had to put the work in, they had to put the practice in. You know, it's the same with anything. He talks about in his book the difference between a winning jockey or a horse that comes, you know, first, and a horse that comes just behind. Now, he said neither of those horses are like, you know, it's not about one being better than the other. It's about how much training went into that other horse for him to just, you know, when it's the same as with runners, when you see the ones that dip at the line and they just about get through, they probably put in that little bit of effort more and stayed behind a bit longer. All these basketball players that are, you know, getting up and working. So the preparation bit is you preparing yourself for what you want. For Fatu, you've said you can work for everything you can become. Yeah, that's 100% true. I think there's too many people that are trying to say to people you can't become something. Or another key thing for me is that it is down to like parenting, but also down to the people around you as well. If you've got people around you that are not pushing you to become something, you can still do it. But I think it's just a bit harder because you don't have that like motivation. You have to find it from somewhere. And I think that can be difficult for some people, so they just go off track or they just go offline. So that's the first one. It's preparation, personal growth, working on yourself. The second thing he says is essential for success is your attitude and your mindset and your beliefs. That comes under attitude. So what he talks about there is that if you don't believe anything like something is possible, then guaranteed you're not going to get it, because there's lots of people who can't even visualise or imagine themselves as successful. But the other key to this, and this is a big key as well, when you start to change and when you start to become successful, or when you start to have a different mindset to people around you, there's lots of people who are going to comment on that. They're going to be judgmental. They're going to observe, say think you're better than everyone else, say that you think this and you're different to who you were. Now, I take that as a compliment. I take it as a compliment when someone says to me, you're not the same person you was a year ago, or you've changed, because I'm obviously that's why I'm working on myself. I want to change. You know, it's not about anyone else's perception of me as a person. That's not going to stop me from getting the things that I want. So you've got to have a mindset and a belief. You've got to be almost obsessive about it. I was talking to someone recently and I said, everyone keeps saying, how much time have you got off at Christmas? Now I've got Christmas Day that I'm not working and Boxing Day. I've decided I'm not working on those 2 days, but I've got visits on the 27th, which is the day after Boxing Day. I've got visits on the 29th. I've got, you know, the 3rd of January, I've got visits. They're all my choices. That's me to decide. Then these are the days I want to work. Now, everyone's got their own criteria, everyone's got their own standards, but the point is, if you've got a strong belief in what you want and you believe in yourself as well, then you've got to just keep pushing, and you've got to create your own like positive attitude and not allow anyone else to take you off track. The third bit is about opportunity. Hi, whoever's joined me, thanks for joining. Opportunities are everywhere. Do you know what I mean? I was having this conversation with my sister the other day in the car. I said to my sister, I've got at least 5 journals full of ideas. I've got products that I'm working on, books that I'm writing. I could fill like probably a room with ideas and things. It's not about that, it's about implementing them. But there are opportunities everywhere. There's abundance everywhere. There's whatever you want is there. But I think people are not, their minds are not open to it. Their minds are not open to the possibilities. They don't believe that it's possible for them. So what you find is you got people watching like reality TV and watching like other people's lives and looking at like rich people or looking at this type of person, and all they see is like negative things, or they see, I can't be like that, I can't own that car, I can't have this money, I can't live in that sort of house. That's for those people over there. Now, as long as you think that, you're not going to achieve anything that you want, because you don't believe it's possible for you. So the whole point of opportunity is, if an opportunity comes up, as long as you're prepared, you've done the work, the personal development, as long as your mindset and your attitude is that you can have this, you are good enough, then you can take that opportunity, you know, and you don't have to feel that it only happens to other people. And then the fourth bit is action, and that comes into everything really. Without action, you're not going to get anywhere. Now, I'm someone that used to watch loads of TV. I still watch a lot of TV, but I record things. There's no programme, apart from probably The Apprentice and a few others, that if I'm out and I'm doing something, or if I'm busy doing other things, that I will literally be like panicking and thinking, oh, I can't watch that. I don't watch any soaps anymore. Barely watch reality TV, but when I do, I'm still doing other stuff. I think for me, taking action means that I need to sort of every day I need to implement certain steps so that I'm achieving something towards where I'm going. You can't wait for New Year's Eve and then start saying, right, I'm going to plan for like the new year. You can't wait for like special times of the year and just work hard. All these things like hustle day and hump day and I'm going to go hard on Monday, or I'm going to go hard on this. So that's not really what it's about, because what I've found is those people who hustle and just keep talking about, you know, yeah, I've done 12 hours today and I've done this and I've done that. It depends on, you know, whether they're achieving anything in that time. You could spend 2 hours concentrating on one thing and get more done than spending like a whole day on something and not really fulfilling what you wanted to do. So the point is, you have to take action every single day. You have to sometimes be laser focused. And just sit at your computer. And there's times where I don't want to sit at my computer sometimes. Maybe it's 10 o'clock at night. There's times where I probably want to be out and stuff. I give myself Sundays as family and friends day. Saturday nights sometimes I'll go out and do socialise. But what I'm starting to realise is I'm making the choices to do what I want to do. So I'm not just because everyone else on a bank holiday wants to relax. That's up to them. That's not down to me saying, because it's a bank holiday, I'm going to relax. I would never say that. I would say, if I've got work to do on a bank holiday or whatever day, I'm going to do it. If it's a Saturday and I've got work to do, I'm going to do it. When I choose, I'll take a break or I'll take time off. I'm not following what society says you should. The same as with people saying, oh, you work too hard, or people saying money's not everything, or you shouldn't be chasing wealth. Taking action, if you read The Compound Effect, and you'd see, is about every single day doing one little thing towards your major goal. So the first thing you have to do is set what your goal is in the first place, and then every day you do something towards it. There's no days off, or if you do take a day off, the following day you have to sort of make up for it. So that's really it, really. It's about preparation, which is personal growth, attitude, which is your mindset and your beliefs, opportunity, which is making sure you're ready for the opportunity, but being confident enough to go for it as well. And then action, taking action. And then I would put into that, not listening to haters, not caring like what other people think, you know, and telling you how you should live your life. You have to take the action that's best for you. So thanks Fatu and Rahini and anyone else who's joined me. Let me know what you think if you've read the book, The Compound Effect. I know that it's been recommended to lots of people. What are some of the things you took from it? Also, what do you think about what's been discussed today, you know, in terms of those are the things that are needed for success. You might have your own views as well about what's needed. I would put within that support network. It's not impossible to get to where you want to get to by yourself, but I'd say it's harder because you have to get that motivation from yourself. If you're around people who are all driven and all, I don't know, you know, when you see those people who are really pumped up, really ambitious, really like driven, to some people they look at that and they think, oh, that would be too much, you know, to handle. But for me, I think that would drive you even more because you become the people that you associate with. So if you're around lazy people or people who don't have that similar mindsets or are not as driven, you can't have certain conversations with, then you will still get there on your own. But I think you'd get there further with people with similar views to yourself. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'm going to be doing my other video on my business page at 1:40. I keep forgetting the times. So you can pop over there. That is about a Christmas theme, about how not to get into disagreements with family at Christmas. And then I'm also going to be on my Debt-Free Life, it's called, my page, and that's going to be at, I think, 2:05. So thanks for joining me. Thanks, Fatu. Thanks, Rahini. And I'll speak to you all soon. Please feel free to leave any comments and I'll get back to them later. Okay, have a good day and have a good Christmas. Bye.